What if I told you that a terrifying secret hides beneath the innocent smile of a grandmotherly figure? As we reveal the bizarre tale of Nannie Doss, often known as the Giggling Granny, get ready to be terrified and intrigued. Discover the sinister mysteries of this notorious serial killer whose horrifying murders horrified the entire country as we go on a spine-tingling trip. Prepare yourself for a true crime tale that will make you wonder about the character of those who are closest to us. The subtitle of this article is The Dark Secrets of Nannie Doss, unveiling the grim story of the Giggling Granny. Little did anyone know that Nannie Doss had a sinister side, even though she appeared to be a straightforward person, simply to collect their life insurance or any inheritance. She was known as the Giggling Granny because she would frequently chuckle while she admitted to committing the murders. Nannie had a particular manner of killing everyone. After checking the remains of her husbands and family, it was discovered that all of them had perished from arsenic poisoning. Do you believe Nannie Doss's punishment was adequate for her crimes? Should she have faced a harsher penalty, such as the death penalty? In Alabama, Nancy Hazel, now known as Nannie Doss, was born to parents who did not get along. Her father didn't want his kids to go to school and preferred that they labor on the family farm, so she didn't have a happy childhood and was a bad student who couldn't read well. Nannie struck her head on a metal bar while riding a train to southern Alabama, impairing her mental abilities. She enjoyed reading love stories, and she frequently daydreamed about finding love. Nannie's father severely limited her ability to participate in social activities by never allowing her to go to parties or dress up. Nannie wed Charlie Braggs for the first time at the age of 16. He labored in a linen business beside Nannie. She had always wanted to have a romantic relationship with Charlie, but she was unable to do so because he was the sole child of a needy mother who had previously shared their home. Charlie gave Nancy 4 daughters, 2 of whom passed away from arsenic poisoning. Charlie decided to break off his relationship with Nannie at this point. While Nannie had custody of the infant, Charlie kidnapped the oldest daughter, Melvina, but subsequently, Melvina returned to Nannie's care. Later, Charlie admitted that the reason he and Nannie split up was because he was too afraid of her. Nannie resumed reading romantic fiction and the newspaper's Lonely Hearts feature after leaving Charlie Braggs. There, she discovered a manufacturing worker's profile named Robert Franklin. They both began dating and got hitched in 1929. Soon after learning that Frank was an alcoholic, Nannie poisoned his whiskey jar with rats to murder him. The reason for Dovey's death, when Nannie Doss walked into her house, is not explicitly mentioned in the provided information. It is possible that Nannie may have harmed or poisoned her sister, similar to her other victims, in order to collect insurance money or for other undisclosed motives. The idea that a seemingly innocent grandmotherly figure could harbor such sinister intentions is truly disturbing. What are your thoughts on this unnerving story? Does it make you question the true nature of those around you? Share your impressions or any insights you have regarding this story. Doss admitted to killing her mother, sister, grandchild, 4 of her husbands, and her mother-in-law. Only Samuel Doss was the focus of the state of Oklahoma's defense. J. Howard Edmondson, who subsequently became the governor of Oklahoma, prosecuted Nannie Doss. On May 17, 1955, she entered a guilty plea and was given a life sentence. The state did not seek the capital penalty because of her sexual orientation. Doss was never held accountable for the other fatalities. In 1965, she passed away from leukemia in the medical unit of the Oklahoma State Penitentiary. At Oak Hill Memorial Park, she is buried. Nannie Doss's sinister actions extended beyond her husband's as her own family fell victim to her dark secrets. One of the unfortunate victims was her own sister, Davy. The exact details surrounding Dovey's death remain shrouded in mystery, much like the rest of Nannie's crimes. However, it is believed that Dovey met a tragic end at the hands of her own sister. When Nannie Doss walked into Dovey's house, the circumstances surrounding Dovey's passing were unsettling. Whether Nannie harmed or poisoned her sister, similar to her other victims, remains a chilling possibility. It is conceivable that Nannie had ulterior motives, such as collecting insurance money or some other undisclosed reason for her heinous act. The dark secret of Dovey's demise raises haunting questions about the true nature of Nannie Doss. How could someone who appeared so harmless on the surface be capable of such malevolence, even towards her own flesh and blood? The details surrounding Dovey's death serve as a disturbing reminder that evil can lurk even within the closest of relationships. The tragic fate of Dovey, along with the other victims in Nannie Doss's web of darkness, underscores the need to remain vigilant and question the true character of those we hold dear. It forces us to confront the unsettling notion that the smiling face of a grandmotherly figure may hide a sinister and lethal intent. Nannie picked up the Lonely Hearts column once more, in search of the happy ending she had always imagined. She discovered another profile of a man named Arlie Lanning through this. They both met while visiting North Carolina, and they later got married. Nannie learned that Arlie was a womanizer and an alcoholic like Frank. Heart failure was found to be the cause of Arlie's quick death. She instantly went to her sister. Richard L. Morton, a Kansas native, became Nancy's fourth spouse after she joined the Diamond Circle Club. This man was a womanizer even though he had no drinking issues. Louisa, Nannie's mother, moved in with them during this period. The two victims of Nannie's poisoning were her mother and Richard, her husband. Nancy wed Samuel Doss, a devout Christian, in June 1953. Samuel was hospitalized 3 months after his marriage as a result of flu-like symptoms. Samuel had a serious illness in his digestive tract, which the hospital verified, and which was treated in October. Samuel was murdered in the evening on the day he was released by Nannie, so she could get the money for a life insurance policy. The doctor was astonished by Richard's unexpected demise and ordered an autopsy, which found that Richard had a significant amount of arsenic in his body, enough to kill 40 horses. Everyone became suspicious as a result, and Nannie was detained. When Nannie Doss was arrested by the police, she admitted to killing 4 of her husbands, her sister, her mother, and her grandchild. In this case, Samuel's death was the sole homicide for which Nannie was held accountable. She initially denied the accusation that she had killed her husband and laughed, claiming that the police had made an absurd inquiry about hurting her husband. She was flipping through the pages of a romantic heart magazine while listening to the police. She dialed a police officer who was attractive yet ignorant enough to pose such absurd inquiries. Nannie laughed and flirted with the cops during the trial, showing off her ability at seducing her 5 husbands, 4 of whom she murdered. While reading the article and laughing, Nannie admitted to killing Samuel's and her previous spouses. Although Nannie was facing a life sentence, she passed away from leukemia in a hospital in 1965. Conclusion: we feel both fascinated and horrified as we draw to a close our exploration of Nannie Doss, the giggling granny's dark secrets. Her experience serves as a chilling reminder that evil may skulk in even the safest settings, including inside a family home. Nannie Doss permanently inscribed her name into the annals of true crime history with her innocent attitude and sinister chuckle. Husbands, kids, and other family members unwittingly succumbed to her cunning schemes. They were taken from us too soon, leaving a path of sorrow and unanswered questions. The ghost of the giggling granny is a terrifying warning that evil frequently assumes the appearance of the ordinary. It exhorts us to remain watchful, to look behind outward signs of things, and to pay attention to our intuition when something doesn't feel right. Next time, join us as we continue to delve into the murky world of true crime and unearth tales that will both fascinate and unsettle. Thanks for watching.